Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks 40k channel and welcome to a latest Horus Heresy battle report. Today my Ultramarines are taking on the Admech. Mission we are doing today is the Scouring, so we have 6 objective markers down on the board, all with different points values. We are playing on one of the most beautiful boards at Warhammer World today. This thing is absolutely stunning. So let's go around the objectives. We have got number 4 down here. Don't know what his points value is. On the Mechanicum building, it's a pool of toxic waste. We've got number 5 up in the floors of the ruined building. He used to span across a beautiful road. Down here we have number 6 by the edge of the old comms relay tower. And finally in this end of the battlefield we have number 2 right at the very back of the board, and we have 2 quite close together. We have number 3 down here on the ammo, well, on the crates, and then up by the deployment we have number 1. So it's going to be interesting. Ultramarines versus Admech. I'm not sure who's going to win. I'm not sure how close it's going to be, to be quite honest. The Admechs are evil and nasty, having faced them a couple of times. Let's go take a look at the armies. HQ for the Ultramarines today, I am taking my Praetor. He comes equipped with a Chain Fist and a Combi Melter. Over to troops, I am taking 2 squads of Tacticals Marines. These guys are fully equipped with bolters. Sergeant has Artificer Armour and a Power Sword. Exactly the same loadout for the 2nd squad. Heavy support, I'm taking my Scorpius Pattern Whirlwind, my Spartan Tank. Spartan Tank will has the flare shield and will be transporting the Terminators. These guys are in Cataphractii Terminator armour and are all equipped with Chain Fists. Next to these in the elite section I am taking my Invictara squad with a Legatine Axes, and then finally into fast attack I'm taking 3 Scimitar jet bikes, 2 with heavy bolters, 1 with a Volkite, and then finally my Xiphon Flyer. So this is my 1,750 points of Ultramarines that are taken on the Admech today. HQ choice for the Admech today, we have Archmagus Dominus. He has a Cyber Familiar and is riding on Abiant. First of the troop choices we have 3 Castellax. These guys have the Dart Lance Cannons and the Mauler Pattern Bolt Cannon. Next we have another squad of 3 Castellax. These guys are armed with Mauler Pattern Bolt Cannons. Over to Elite, so we have a Tech Priest Auxiliary, so we have 2 Tech Priests in here, 1 with a Grav Gun and 1 with a Power Weapon. We also have 2 Cyber Familiars, and we have 4 Servo Automata, and they are going to be riding around in the Treros Armoured Conveyor. This thing is absolutely beautiful. In fast attack we have 3 Vorax, all equipped with Rad Lances. So yeah, these guys are nasty and horrible, I know that. And then finally into heavy support we have the Thanatar, equipped with Helix Pattern Plasma Mortar. Seriously, it's like a right mouthful. So that is the 1,750 points of Admech that I'm facing today. And I'm lucky enough to be facing King Fluff. So head over to Facebook. I will put a link in the description for his page. He does everything hobby related. Well worth a look, well worth a like on Facebook. Tell him Geeks have sent you. The Scorpius Whirlwind once again is at the back of the battlefield, ready to launch its shells across the battlefield. Next to them is the tactical squad, first of 2 holding on to this objective. In front of them is the Spartan and the Invictara squad. Now I've been quite aggressive with those guys because I have got first turn. The other tactical squad are in the building holding on to the objective, and underneath them, underneath the flyover in the walkway, is my Scimitar jet bikes. Again, being quite aggressive with these. You'd thought I'd learned my lesson by now with them guys, but they're going to do something one day. And then in reserve I have my Xiphon Flyer. So on the right hand side of the battlefield there are 3 Castellax, 2 of them with dark fire cannons. Next to them at the back of the board laying down horrendous amounts of fire will be the Thanatar. Here we have 3 more Castellax and 1 with a Mortar Melter. They are supporting Archmagus Dominus. In front of them we have Treros Armoured Conveyor. Not really faced one of these before. So it's going to be good times. I'm hoping it goes pop easily, but I'm sure it's Mechanicum filth. So inside that tank we have 2 Tech Priests, 2 Cyber Familiars and 4 Server Automata. I'm sure that means something to you guys out there that know about AdMech, but it's just words to me, to be honest. So they need to die. And finally, next to them we have 3 Voraks, all equipped with Irad cleansers and bio-corrosive ammunition, which all sounds wonderful and lovely. Scimitar jet bikes have come out of their cover. Their guns are aimed and trained. These guys round here. Joining them on the approach of the battlefield, we have the Spartan tank. Obviously, with the Terminators and the Praetor inside, they're looking to get into the mix nice and early. And my Invictaris squad have decided to, well, they decided, the Praetor has yelled down the Vox comms that they are going that way. They've got a little passageway down there and hopefully sneaking up on the enemy in their own lines. So we're going to go into shooting. Scorpius opened fire with its shell. It's just about in range of the Treros. Managed to hit it twice, but I needed 6s to glance it with its front armour of 14, so no damage done to that at all. I think my Terminators need to go in there. My Spartan, which is hiding away down here, opened up at the Phalanx down there, taking off 2 wounds. I've damaged it. That's always good because that thing is horrible. Down here, the Castellax were opened up at by the Volkite and the Heavy Bolters on my Scimitar jet bikes. Unfortunately, no damage done. So all we've done is 2 wounds so far this game. Castellax slowly working their way up the board towards my Scimitar jet bikes. Now these things normally die quite quickly and quite easily. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys make of them. The Phalanx and the Trelos tank transport thingy has moved all the way up. Now they are on a collision course with my Spartan. If it survives Terminators out into that, more than likely. Round here, the HQ and the Castellax are up onto this objective, which is worth 4 points. These guys are moving round the side of the landing platform, staring down at my Invictaris squad that are hiding away on the notion of victory points. This one is worth 2, that one is worth 4, this one is worth 1. Landing the Ultramarines half. This one is worth 3, this one is worth 2, and this one is worth 3. So there's a lot of victory points up for grabs, a lot of objectives on the board being blinkered out by the arrows on the lenses of the Marines as they work their way across the field. So to sum up the shooting phase for the AdMech, nothing happened. Everything either scattered or bounced or I saved, or was out of range. So I am completely and utterly untouched. The only thing that really happened was the Thanator grew a wound back, so he's only lost 1 now. So I was heading to Ultramarines Turn 2. I think there's going to be a showdown. Scorpius and the 2 tactical squads have not moved, kind of obvious. Spartan has moved up, the Terminators are out and the Praetor is out, ready to take the tank on head on. The Invictaris squad, as I thought I would do, have snuck their way round, hopefully going in, but they are going to be supported by the Siphon Flyer that is on. It has got the HQ choice for the AdMech in their sights. Down here, the Scimitar jet bikes have moved up, surrounding their guns on the Castellax, hopefully doing some damage, and hopefully we'll have a couple of dead units by the end of this turn. The Scimitar jet bikes landed the heavy bolter rounds and the Volkite rounds quite nicely, taking 2 wounds on the front Castellax guys. There's 2 wounds left on these, 4 wounds each. 4 wounds. Who fields these? I mean, seriously, why? Why would you bother? Yeah. Yeah, I know you've got 12. Down here, the transport tank has lost 2 hull points. There's 2 remaining. That was fire from the las cannons on the Spartan tank. The shells from the Scorpius hit the Phalanx at the back of the board, but managed to do no damage to that and no damage to the tank because one actually had flipped forward. My Xiphon Flyer with its las cannons and the Xiphon rotary missile launcher opened up, putting a wound on the front Castellax there. So as we head into assault, I'm hoping to see the end of this. Transport tank has gone, it's out of hull points. There's a lot of armour bane shots going into there, but no explode results, so it's just out of hull points, which means these guys are out and unscathed. They look quite squidgy, but I'm sure they are worse in combat and shooting than I actually am thinking they are. So Terminator's probably going into there next, and then maybe into the Phalanx, unless Thanatar, and then unless that moves around. If that moves around, it gives me another option. If not, I'll be going in here. So we'll have to head over to King Clough's turn 2 to see how he gets on. Castellax are moving round the Scimitar jet bikes. Are they going to engage with them? Are they just going to shoot the hell out of them and then engage them? I'm not sure what King Clough's got planned. Over here, the Thanatar has moved round, and the guys have all moved up, ready to support. I think my Terminator's going to have to walk up and over the ruins and then into combat. The guys that actually managed to get out of the tank have gone up and are in the comms relay tower. And finally, my Invictaris squad are going to be engaged by the Vorax down here. Who will win that contest? My Invictaris squad are good but kind of squishy, so we'll have to find out on that one. At the moment, it's not looking too bad for the Ultramarines. We're moving up the board, trying to get them off objective markers as quickly as we can, with the Xiphon Flyer being on and 2 ups to hit the ground targets. It's always good, so we'll have to see how we survive after the shooting phase. Scimitar jet bikes have gone. The Castellax down here opened up with all their Dark Fury, Lancy things and wiped me off the board, so that was quite scary. My Terminators have taken a little bit of a pounding, to be quite honest. The Thanatar opened up with its big boom cannon of death and destruction, killing off 2, if I remember rightly. And then the guys in the tower opened up with their flamers, and then there was a graviton gun as well, so that removed another 1 of the Terminator squad, and I've got the lingering death of evilness on the board, and my Terminators are standing in it, so that's always good fun. My Xiphon Flyer is down to 1 hull point. It lost 1 from a lucky shot from down here. He got a 6 to hit and then a 6 to glance it. And I found my jink roll. My Invictaris squad have taken a little bit of a pounding as well. I'm down. I've lost 2 of them, so there's 3 left. The fire from these guys down here was just punishing as they're coming around the corner of the building. So I'm a little bit unsure what to do with these now. Do I just run them in to combat and try and kill them off and probably die to Overwatch? Terminators, 2 of them are stuck in that lingering death. Do I move them out, risking that, and then going into assault over here? Yeah, I'm confused. Doesn't look like I need to worry about my Invictaris squad and what I'm going to do with them. These little guys ran in. They took a wound. Took a wound off the Invictaris squad, but then just pulled them down, ripped them apart, and shredded and sliced them with their little mechanical weapons. So that's my Invictaris squad gone. Really only 2 things have moved this turn. The Xiphon Flyer's gone off the board to come back on next turn. And my Praetor has got back in my Spartan, which has kind of shimmied its weight around a little bit, trying to get some more shots down on the Thanatar down there. I've left my Terminators still because of the horrible lingering death that they're in. Scorpions have stayed still. Can just about make out the Castellax sneaking its way around the building, and then obviously my tactical squads have stayed still as well. Thanatar is down to 1 wound. Some beautiful shots from the Spartan with its las cannons and the heavy bolters raining down onto it, taking it down 3 of its wounds. The Terminators obviously stay still because I want to move out that lingering death of evil. Opened up with their bolters into the guys in the building, doing 3 wounds, but everything was saved. Slightly annoying. The final thing to shoot for the Ultramarines was the Scorpius, which is just hidden away in the background there. You can just about make it out. It got 3 hits with its missiles on the Castellax down here, doing 2 wounds, and 1 of them was saved. So this guy down here has lost a wound, so he's probably got like 50 kajillion left. So there is going to be no assault for the Ultramarines. The Castellax have moved around the side of the building. The Scorpius could see them, so they could see the Scorpius. They took their shots and took their shots well. We're losing the top of the Scorpius, so it's now just a Rhino, pretty much. Down to 1 hull point as well. Thorax moved around and ran around the side of the building, so they are slowly coming up towards my lines. I lost a Terminator combination fire from these guys in the building, and the Thantar lost one. The remaining sergeant failed his morale check and has ran back, but as I'm an Ultramarine I automatically rally on a 10, so that's always a good thing. Praetor inside the Spartan is going to be yelling lots of orders down the Vox net in a moment. I think it's time to try and protect what we have and stop the Admech coming any closer. Spartan has moved up in the alleyway. The Praetor got out, he moved up, he ran in, he put some shots down first, didn't do any wounds. The last cannons from the Spartan did a couple. He ran into combat, killing the first Castellax outright and putting in a wound on the middle one. Took a wound in Overwatch though, so he didn't survive 100% out of that fight. Xiphon Flyer is back on, opened up at the Phalanx. Yeah, I meant Thanatar. Doing a wound on it with the rotary missile launcher. The last cannons did nothing at all. Down here, these guys could just about to make out Thorax coming around there through the ruins of the building, not managing to do anything at all. So pretty uneventful turn apart from the Praetor in combat as we head over to the Admech Turn 4. They are really starting to push down on the Ultramarines now. The Thanatar has moved up. It opened up at the troops down here, killing off the 3 that were on the objective, but these guys are going to have to shuffle around, securing that objective. I need those 2 points. These guys in the building have stepped down and out, opening fire at the Terminator sergeant. He pretty much tanked everything, and then one of the Castellax at the back thought, no, I've had enough of this. Opened up and killed him. So that's my Terminator's gone as well. It's going to be over to Assault now, where the Praetor and the Castellax are still jousting it out down here. Can the Praetor survive, or am I going to give up, slay the Warlord? This is really quite close now on victory points. Praetor survives another round of combat from these guys and manages to dish out another wound with his chain fist. These guys have got 2 wounds each now, so it's a Praetor, so it's quite an even combat down here, but I think the Praetor possibly might just edge it. So with that, guys, we have decided to call it. We're kind of running out of time at Warhammer World. We're going to get kicked out. The fun of it. So we've had to call the battle. So at the moment, the Ultramarines are winning 6-5 on victory points. We got first blood. We hold on to the objective at 3 points. We hold on to the objective of 2 points. The Admech hold on to the objective 4 points down here, and they also get Linebreaker down here. So that was a great game with King Fluff. Absolutely great fun. Please leave us a comment. It'd be great to hear your feedback. Like if you like. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I totally recommend going to check out King Fluff's page on Facebook if you're on there. I will, as I've said before, put a link in the description below. Go check him out. Cheers guys, we'll see you on the next one.